Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from Reddit, a series where I read stories from Reddit for all of you. So, just fair warning before I actually start this. I woke up not even an hour ago, and yeah, my voice is a little eh. So if I sound maybe a little bit different, sound a little bit more tired, that's because I am tired. Anyway, so yeah. So this story. So today we're reading from r/entitled parents. Let's get into this. First story was posted by user Mr. Idiot 101. That's my job. I'm supposed to be the idiot. Stop being an idiot. I'm the idiot. Anyway, so title of this chapter is EK thinks because he's popular he can cheat. This is a short one, so let's get into this. So I'm at a trampoline place, and they have a spinning thing you had to jump over, and there are 4 spots to use. They are awful, but only one person, me, in line. So I'm waiting, and then EK gets out, and this is what follows. Kid does crazy fall, then jumps up and continues. Me thinking he did not know how it worked. Hey kid, you're out. EK. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You got hit. That doesn't matter. Yes it does. It means you're out. I don't give a crap. Me, now very frustrated with this kid. Language? I could get you knocked out for swearing. Em, who was recording this. Hey, you. Yes. How dare you get in the way of my kid's recording? He's famous on YouTube. I don't care. I then walk up to get someone, and they end up getting kicked out. Also, I checked, the kid has 15 subscribers. Sorry for it being short, but it was a short encounter. Don't worry, you're lucky. It was short. There's some stories that I've read on here that basically they're like an entire manuscript for like a play or whatever. Like, because of how long the encounter was, so be happy that you had a short encounter. Anyways, on to the next story. This one is titled, well, it was submitted by Sir Midas, or something like that. This chapter is called Annoying Entitled Mom Screws Up Big Time. It's a short story, so let's get into this. Phase 1, the backstory. I worked at McDonald's, cough cough, big company. Please don't sue me for saying your name, cough cough. And I'm not proud of it. Cough cough, really like McDonald's. Please don't sue me, cough cough. But I recently got promoted to the store manager. I also still work at the register when we are short-staffed, and this happened on one of those days. Phase 2, the Karen. It was about 1:15 to 1:30 p.m., so we were mostly empty, and in comes EM and SK, entitled Mom and Sleepy Kid. EM, give us our food now. Me, did you order online? EM, no, we want our usual. Me, I was confused and paused for a sec. Okay, what would that be? EM, just get us our food. Me, what would you like, ma'am? Yeah, EM, just you wait, your manager will fire you for this. Me, what food would you like, ma'am? EM, oh, just get your manager. Me, smiling eternally. Okay, ma'am, I'll get my manager. Phase 3, the revenge. I waited for a minute or two, then walked out and said, what seems to be the problem? EM, your employee assaulted me. Have him fired. Me, just leave. Yeah. EM, what? Me, I said, leave now. EM, grumbling, I'm calling the police. Phase 4, the aftermath. The police didn't show up. She either left and never came. She left and never came back. I feel bad for her kid. That was a short encounter and also hilarious. I wish I was there so I could have recorded it, but I legit would have tried to record that. Probably just the audio, and I would have put like a stupid little picture thing up. So like I would show just be a stupid little drawing. Anyway, so count yourself as lucky. Okay, next story was posted by user Chubby Dimples. Okay. The title for this chapter is Neighbor Doesn't Think She Needs to Be Involved in Her Daughter's quote unquote drama. Medium story, so let's get in. ETA, we have an estimate guideline here. So where my kids are walking isn't technically Jay's yard, it's city property. I'm assuming Jay's a false name. So I need advice. I'm having trouble figuring out how to talk to my neighbor. We had a constant issue with her daughter, J9. Since we moved here last October, Jay is a bully. To summarize the issue they range from her calling my kid names, her punching my oldest son, 9, J2, 3 times in the back, and they head on the bus, and her telling J2 and my 7-year-old B that they better watch themselves because she brings knives to school and hurts people who are mean to her. The knives comment got her kicked off the bus last year for the last 3 weeks of school. It does not seem that it has improved her behavior any. That just brings us to this morning. The kids are walking down to B's friend's house, L. She lives on the other side of J1. J1's house is directly in between mine and L's. They walk there every morning to get to the bus together. They have to walk through part of J1's front yard. Our town, for whatever reason, does not believe in sidewalks. As they're walking across her yard, she comes out of her house and starts screaming, yelling, and calling them names. They turn around, come home, and tell me. I walk outside, and she has gone back in her house. I told them to go ahead and walk over to L's. I stood behind the bushes on our side of the fence, separating the properties. I could not be seen, but I could still see what was going on. Sure enough, J1 comes flying out of her house, screaming, yelling, spit flying right in the face with crazy look in her eyes, and then screaming to them, "Get the hell off my property!" She also continues to call them names. J2 freezes, and I really thought that J1 might hit him. I come from the corner of the fence and say, "Excuse me." She turns tail and goes back inside her house. I say, "No, ma'am, we need to have a conversation." She sticks her head out of the door. "You can't be screaming at my kids, and you certainly don't need to be cussing at them," she tells me. I feel like I skipped a line. I told them I didn't want them in my yard. J1, there's no sidewalk. She comes back with, So it's still my yard. I don't want them here." Well, I don't care if you don't want them walking across the yard or not. They're not going to walk in the street during rush hour traffic and potentially get hit by a car just because you decided you wanted to be a snot this morning. Stop yelling, screaming, cussing, and calling my kid's name. She rolled her eyes, went, "Whatever," then slammed the door. Probably shouldn't have called her a snot. I wanted to tell her mom what occurred. However, her mom historically is not great at dealing with any of the drama. As a matter of fact, there was an incident yesterday with J1 and L on the bus. J1's mom said she wasn't going to get involved in children's drama and they could work it out themselves. Do I even bother saying anything? Honestly, by the way J1 was talking about bringing knives to school and that's not good and could potentially get her expelled from school or something like that. Because at least from my school, if you brought a weapon, even if it's just a simple pocket knife, you could get in a lot of trouble. Like hell, but okay, so just to preference this little story that I'm about to tell you from my personal story, um, does involve a weapon, although I specifically said it's broken. That's your little content warning. So here's my little story. Basically, for me, I was joking about. I was in forensics and I was joking about the teacher bringing in a broken fake gun to school and having us quote unquote examine it because we were talking about looking at bullet casings. So said that, and that got me brought into the vice principal's office with a police officer there, and I had to explain specifically what went down. And that was just with a fake weapon. So imagine, so if that brat is being a brat, if J1 is being a brat, and is talking about bringing weapons to school, just tell your kids, hey, look, weapons aren't allowed in school. Go tell the principal, vice principal. They'll get in trouble. Yeah, that'll be all for today. Yeah. I have one more story lined up, but it's a kind of a long story, and I realized how much, and just realized how far I am to the video. I try not to get these past like 15 minutes, so anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon. Bye.